Hi, my phone got cut off, and as you know, I'm just using my cell phone. This isn't going to be a long video. Still coughing up a lung. I got a coffee maker. I got it at Dollar General. It was like $16. God, look at me. So I decided maybe fancy coffee makers are not for me, digital coffee makers. So I got a $16 one that's just off on, and it seems to work better. But I'm really happy. I didn't get up until 4. I had a doctor's appointment this morning, but I canceled it. Well, actually, it was supposed to be for this afternoon, but I canceled it in the morning and just slept. And it was probably the best thing I could have done because I feel so much better. I was so depressed. I didn't even do anything with my channel yesterday. I was so depressed and out of it. And, it's hard to quit smoking and to try to eat better. And, you know, it's really difficult. And I have a lot of work to do in the house, a lot. But I felt better because then, right when I got up, my sister Rebecca, had texted me and said, "Are you awake?" Because she knows that sometimes I'm knocked out for days. I'm like, "Yes." And she's like, "Do you want to talk?" And I said, "Yes." And we had this great talk. And it was, a private conversation. But when my relationship with her has expanded so beautifully. It reminds me of when I was a little girl and I was being bullied. And I was really upset. I was getting like, girls would put, it used to be ads in magazines, like you could, to lose weight, and it'd show a fat guy and a skinny guy. And they'd put that in my desk. I was bullied all the time. They wrote dog me on my desk. And I came back from Christmas vacation and that was on my desk in marker. And I was like, I just put a book over it. But of course, I was only in sixth grade. So I didn't know what dog me meant. And I still don't because I don't think I want to be dogged. I know what it means, but not my favorite sexual position. I don't know why guys like that because for me, making love is about connecting to someone and you want to see their face. But, I guess a quickie, but which is for the man, really. But anywho, we had a great conversation and we weren't it's not like she was trying to boost me up, though did. We talked about my channel and what I'm doing and stuff, but it's just to know that we're both challenged right now and we're getting through stuff and that we are so incredibly strong. And then I learned my older sister, with whom I don't really have much conversation with, has been doing research on ancestry about our family. And I felt so connected to my 7-time great grandfather, James Farreau. At that time, there was no E at the end of our name. He was born in Paris. I forget the date. It was really a long time ago, but it's on Facebook. And then he came to America really early. Like our family was there in the early colony days, and they lived for 100 years. There's 100 years of history up east in New Jersey and New York. So that to me explains why I've always wanted to live up east. Even as a little girl, I was like, oh, I fucking hate um, that I was born in Decatur, Indiana. It used to really bother me, and I always wanted to live in New York City. And I've never done it. But you know what? Who knows what tomorrow will bring? But it turns out that we have a great history up there in New Jersey and New York. And in fact, there's in New Jersey a doctor, Frank Farreau, still without the E on the end. Frank Farreau was a doctor, and he has a stadium that can fit 70,000 people donated in his name up there in New Jersey. I just, because a lot of times I feel like it's just Sarah and I. And now I feel like it's just Sarah and Becky and I. And that our mom is who knows how long she'll live, but right now she's gone. She has dementia, and she's in a nursing home, and it kills me. It just kills me. And Sarah's in a nursing home, and what kills me about that is that she's always wanting to come home. But the only way I could really do that is if I had a large amount of money right now. And because I can't physically care for her. And she doesn't understand that. She just wants to come home. But I don't want to be broken down physically any more than I am. I really suffer a lot of physical pain every goddamn day of my life. And I don't want to injure myself. I don't. But I want my twin home. I want my twin with me. I mean, we chose to be together. I mean, all of us are immortal, okay? In that we've been around forever. Our souls, you don't die and everything's gone. I mean, you go on. It's just a transformation. And, we're all connected. We're all energy. And Sarah and I loved each other so much that we wanted to be born together and to mom and dad, you know? And, of course I want her home. I want her with me. But I can't take care of her, and that's what kills me. But it made me feel so happy. And I introduced myself to my French grandfather. And I said, Grand-père, James, je m'appelle Aimé. Anyway, I introduced myself to him and I had tingles. I felt such great love and safe. And so I don't care what anybody believes, but I really believe that he was there for me and he will be here for me. And I'm not alone. I am loved and I'm cared for. And that made me feel so good, to know that these people are out there. And then my mom's mom, little tiny Leota Johnson was her name. And she died when she was 21. She actually married my grandfather on my mother's side when she was only 16. And she had mom and Uncle George. Well, yeah, mom first and then Uncle George. And she died. I'm not going to go into how she died. It's really tragic and sad. And I don't know if that would be something that I should say, but I think of her and she was tiny. Becky has her glasses, and they're like tiny, tiny little glasses. And Becky has grandma's wedding ring, and it was a platinum ring, and it's so tiny. I can only fit it on my pinky, and it's tight. Becky can wear it because Becky's tiny too. So Becky takes after grandma Shiner on my mom's side. So, I think of my mother's little mom, must be with mom, must be. And Uncle George, he's with mom too, and just helping her get through this because my mom had a hard life. She really did. She was blessed because she married her best friend, the love of her life, Ed Froat. But they had a hard time. And sometimes, like Becky and I have talked about it, like, why did they have to suffer? Why did they have to, have hard times? But, they always had each other. That was it. So, and, I just think that my grandma Johnson Shiner, must surely be with mom helping her. But it's just felt, especially, I immediately felt a connection to Grandpa James. Because, he's born in Paris, and I've always loved Paris, even long before I even went there. I loved it since I was young, a child. And, and that the East, up East, America, up East, and, I've had family there. There's 100 years of history, up there. So I think I have to pursue it, I have to get into contact with, I have a cousin right now that lives on the outskirts of Paris, Casey Somia, I always want Somnia. She was a model in the 80s and 90s, I think. And I remember seeing her in a Vogue magazine, but she was a pretty successful model. She was blonde, short hair, gorgeous, still is gorgeous. I've talked to her on the phone. This was a while back, but her accent is almost British. It's funny, but and what's funny too is that her mom, who is a Farote, looks like my mom almost exactly, and my mom is a Shiner. So Shiner Johnson. So it's so funny how our moms look like almost the same. But anywho, long story short, it just felt good to finally connect with these family members and to know a little bit of my history. I personally am going to really explore it because being an author, well, I shouldn't call myself, I'm a writer. I've never been published, never tried to be published, but I'm going to really go for it. And I feel empowered by it. I feel like, because I always feel like French people are not messy. And I really felt that message from my grandfather. I felt like, clean it up. We got to clean, but lovingly, not meanly and not like he's judging me badly. But anyway, tonight I went to Starbucks and I got venti, green iced tea, unsweetened, no water. And I got a piece of their lemon pound cake or lemon loaf. Oh my God, it was so delicious. And I went to KFC because I really felt I needed comfort food. And you know what? I'm not going to whip it up, but I got mashed potatoes, coleslaw, and I got tenders, which I ate one, but I always put them in the oven on a tray at 350 for a while. And then they're fantastic. But if you just eat them right from there, it's yuck. So the dogs have eaten more. They ate 6. There's Peaches, stuffed, sleepy. Here's Barry. In my other video that I got cut off, I show the house and everything a little bit. But, oh, he's going to warn me because he doesn't want me to touch him right now because he's so full. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me fix that. There, and get hair out of here. I'm sorry, snarly at me. I'm sorry. Are you a YouTube star? Are you a YouTube? Yes, you are. Bite. Yeah, you got it. But anyway, I just feel so much better. Like I can do anything. Like I'm really on my way. And so I'm really happy. And it's still very hard not to smoke. I mean, especially like tonight, I went and got gas. I was like, But anyway, diet, food, and the cleaning is not as hard for me to envision completing as much as cigarettes. And I heard someone say, I think it was on television or in a book I'm reading. Oh, it was in a book I'm reading, Stephen King, The Outsider, and or The Stranger, excuse me, maybe The Outsider. I'm not sure right now, but the character said, because she quit smoking, but she always kept a pack in her like junk drawer that everybody has. And she thought, smokers never quit, they just pause. And I thought that's true because I paused for almost 10 years. And then Sarah got really bad, and then I started smoking again, which is idiotic. But I'm an idiotki. I don't care. But, I just feel so much better. I'm stuffed to the gills. But I really needed those mashed potatoes and coleslaw. They remind me of my mom. I used to love my dad made the best coleslaw. And my mom, and dad made the best mashed potatoes. But of course it doesn't compare. But anyway, I just feel like everything's back on track. I had a few days where I was really depressed. And then hearing about my ancestry and talking to my sister, when we have conversations, you know, texting every day, but when we actually talk on the phone, we always talk for more than an hour, as much as we can. But it's so wonderful. It is so empowering. She really is an awesome big sister. Um, I learn from her all the time, and so supportive. It's like when I started the YouTube channel and we had a three-way conversation with Sarah and Becky and I. And Becky's like, we're all in this together. This is it, starting August 1st. We're all in this together. We can do it. And it made it seem so much better because you're not alone. And so I really appreciate that. And I'm excited again. I'm excited. And I got a coffee maker. Did I say it? Oh, yeah, I talked about it in the other one. But oh my God, it's so nice to have coffee. I was so depressed that I was just living without coffee. And I didn't want to leave the house. And after I talked to Becky, it's like I washed my face and I put on some clean clothes and I didn't take a shower, but went to Dollar General and I got me a $16 coffee maker. And it's amazing how when you do things for yourself, like, okay, come on, I deserve to go get coffee maker. I deserve it. And it's a small thing, but really it isn't. It's huge because it's those little things that you do for yourself. It just builds you up, builds you up, builds you up. I mean, putting on clean clothes, just wash your face. It's amazing what that can do for you. I mean, it's such a small thing, but it is huge. But anyway, I continue and I continue in this chapter of my life. I'm looking forward to traveling to Tulsa, Oklahoma when things get better. There's a book there about my family. You can't take it out. But I want to go there with my sister Becky. Maybe Sarah, if she could travel, I don't know. And look at this book and study it. And then I want to go back to Paris and I'd like to know from what arrondissement, I can never say that word, arrondissement, my grandfather was born in, and what part of Paris, basically, is what I'm saying. And, follow my family east and just love it. I can't wait. So I know things are going to get better because I'm getting better and I'm being more positive and happy. And I'm telling you, that makes a huge difference. Anywho, I'm going to end this before you hate me. Tomorrow's a new day and I'm off and running. I'm already off and running right now. I'm so happy. All right, you guys, I love you. We're all connected.